Welcome back, Junkies on 106.7 The Fan. It's Lurch and JP. If you want to give us a ring, you always can on the Hadid Carpet Clean listener lines at 800-636-1067.
Yeah, we haven't talked to anybody today besides the game. Actually, we took some calls during the Redskins.
We took a bunch of calls, between 6:45 and 7:30.
Okay.
Do want to thank Tropical Smoothie. They just dropped off some great stuff for the show today. Tropical Smoothie Cafe. They're conducting their second annual winter coat drive, which runs now through December 31st. Tropical Smoothie Cafe invites area residents to donate new and gently used coats at convenient Tropical Smoothie Cafe locations across the area. In return, customers who donate a coat will receive a 99-cent 24-ounce smoothie. For more information, visit thecafepost.com. I will say, I didn't even know they made this type of smoothie, but of course I gravitated to it. I'm a chocolate guy, and my favorite combination is just like a Reese's peanut butter cup, chocolate and peanut butter. It's a great combo. They have a peanut butter cup smoothie.
Well, you got to go to that.
So good.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. I've got
so good.
I got the very berry. The very berry cranberry.
I'll tell you, it will take an hour of cardio today to work it off, but it's still worth it.
Well, drink half of it.
Why? I'll do the hour of cardio.
I'm only going to drink half of this. It's only going to be 200 calories. But it's very good, so thank you very much for those. Tropical Smoothie Cafe. Love it. And they brought sandwiches, too, by the way.
Very nice. You may be heading to the tropics next week. I guess just after Christmas is usually when you go through the New Year's, and then you come back like January 2nd to the Bahamas.
We usually go in March, but we've been around Christmas a couple times, and I wanted to go for New Year's this year. All right? Drab and Valdez, pay attention to me for a second. All right?
We're listening.
So, and we usually go with another family, and it was going to be my buddy Tom Mooney and his wife Jennifer and their kids. They have 4 kids, and their kids are really close to our kids. So it was going to be a nice New Year's trip. We're going to go down there like December 28th and be there through the 3rd or 4th. Actually, coming back to 4th, late on the 4th. So I paid. I obviously did all the research, got my room through my casino host, and looked for airfare.
And you do the fancy part of the Atlantis, right?
The Cove?
No, I can't do the Cove this year because apparently it's one of the busiest times of the year and everything is sold out.
Yeah.
So I'm just doing the Royal Towers.
The Nubs Towers.
No, it's not Nubs. It's nice.
You've called it the Nubs Towers in the past.
Well,
yeah, don't backtrack.
Well, the Nubs Towers are the beach and the coral towers.
Okay.
Those are the nubby towers. Royal Tower's fine. It's the biggest hotel of the 4. And it's right there where the casino is. There's a lot of restaurants there. It's fine. Cove is pimping. Cove is like going to Vegas.
So the Cove is Aaron Rodgers, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady. You're staying basically. You're staying at Eli Manning.
Royal's like Ryan Tannehill, maybe Andy Dalton. Beach Tower is Geno Smith.
Oh.
All right, so listen. So I did the research for airfare, and airfare is always dicey because it seems like all these airlines are merging and they're just jacking up the prices, and who knows, with the economy. But I found pretty good airfare on Frontier Airlines for $4.10 each.
Do you use one of the travel sites?
Yeah, I went through
all the travel sites are the same, by the way, because I actually did a comparison. I was looking at potentially doing a cruise, and I'll tell you, I used Orbitz, and then I had never used Costco, but I always say at Costco, you always see these big signs. They have cruise ships and trips. Exact same price.
Most of them are.
The exact same price. I think they all are the same.
Yeah, most of them are. Sometimes you might get lucky if you actually go to just the actual airline's website. So if you just go to jetblue.com or usair.com.
Yeah, that's what I would usually do is go to Southwest and then just get 2 one-ways, and it's cheaper.
Sometimes you can do that and get lucky. But anyway, so I got Frontier Airlines on one of these travel sites for $410 each, which to me, it's a great price.
Not bad. During the holiday season?
It's a great price. I wasn't going to find anything lower than that.
$410 round trip. Direct flights.
Direct flights, $410 round trip. So that's what, $1,600 and change to get down there. I was all in, right?
Do you then get the guarantee or whatever, the insurance?
No, didn't
so
do
that if something happens, you get your money back.
Didn't do the insurance.
So you're all in.
I'm all in. So $1,600 all in. My credit card statement came in. The next month. I saw they charged me for it, $1,600 for 4 airline tickets. Cool. So last month, so this was probably in like September. Last month, I checked my credit card statement and I saw in the credit section, how they itemize it? Mm-hmm. In the credit section,
Getting money back.
I get all $1,600 back from Frontier Airlines. So I was like, wait a minute, this doesn't look right. So I called my credit card. I said, yeah, I just wanted to double check on this because I saw in the credit section that they credited me $1,600 back. And she looked it up, on the computer, said, yep, you got all the money back. I said, well, why is that? She goes, I don't know, you're going to have to call Frontier. So I called Frontier Airlines. Talked to the woman at Frontier Airlines, gave her my itinerary number, and said, can you just confirm that I'm on this flight on December 28th going to Nassau? She goes, oh, sorry, sir. We have canceled all flights going to the Bahamas.
That's not right.
Oh, so you now have a hotel stay, but you have no flight.
I said, what do you mean you've canceled all flights going to the Bahamas? She goes, yeah, we've gotten rid of that leg. We're not going to the Bahamas anymore. I said, well, were you going to tell me?
They're out of the Bahamas business.
They're out of it. I said, are you going to tell me this? Or was I just going to go to the airport on the 28th and just show up thinking I had a flight, and then you say, no, it's been canceled? Because that's what I would have done, by the way, if I didn't check my credit card statement.
You'd have gone to Dulles Airport.
Well, yeah. I mean, unless I called the airlines prior just to confirm the flight was still on, but I would assume it still would have been on. They didn't send me an email. They didn't call me. They didn't contact my credit card company. My credit card company didn't call me. None of that. So I've got no flight to the Bahamas now. They gave me all the money back.
So you figured this out yesterday?
This was on, what's today? Tuesday?
Yeah.
This was last week, late last week.
All right, so you still have no flight.
So then my wife goes, she goes, well, we got to get a replacement flight. I said, well, honey, do you know how expensive they're going to be now? We're 2 weeks out. And then I'm getting pressure from my buddy Tom because he really wants me to go because he's going to be bored to tears down there by himself. He's got no one to gamble with. And his kids are going to be driving him batty because they want, kids to play with as well. He's like, you got to find airfare. You got to do it. You got to do it. I'm like, all right, let me just go on these websites and see if there's something comparable to the $400. Cheapest flight I've seen so far on all of the websites, $1,100 per ticket.
What?
What? So that's $4,400 to get down there, where I was paying $1,600.
Can you take a boat? The Bahamas isn't that far away.
To get on a
do you
cruise
have
ship?
to do a direct flight? Because what I'm going to guess is...
No, these aren't direct flights. These are one-stoppers. These are going to Charlotte. These are going to Dallas-Fort Worth. These are going to Miami. These are going to Atlanta. Oh, there's the non-stops are done. Those are over.
What day are you trying to go?
Well, I mean, I've been playing with the dates. I played with, December 28th.
Because sometimes, like, Fridays are hard, or Saturdays may be hard.
I've
you go middle of the week, you might have a shot.
I've punched all of the dates in. 26th, 27th, 28th, 29th, 3rd, all of them.
Supply and demand.
So now
there's a very tiny supply, so they just jack up the prices.
Some of them, it's funny because the price will say, let me just say this. That wasn't the cheapest flight. Some of the flights are like $850, $890, $925.
But they're probably like overnights.
Right.
Yeah.
You got to go to JFK, and you got to look at the fine print, and it says flight time 17 hours, right? Because you're staying in the airport for 12.
Those are the worst.
All right, so I was out on that. I wasn't doing that. So the cheapest flight I saw that worked with me, with my schedule, was $1,100.
So if you don't do this, because you went through a casino host, you haven't really paid for the hotel.
No, I can.
So you don't really lose on anything.
No, I don't get out. I can get out of the hotel. It's no big deal.
So your boy Mooney would be bitter,
but I'm
because
getting
he's
pressure.
Going with his
I'm getting pressure
family.
from my
You'd be
buddy.
better off. I could probably get you a trip. You go to another island and you have a good time. It may not be the exact same for your kids who have grown accustomed to the Atlantis, but you could build a similar trip that is kid-friendly with a casino for you.
Well, I'm sure the flights will be just as expensive.
I don't think so.
What if I go to like the St. Thomas or Aruba?
Exactly.
Oh, they're going to be just expensive, I think. Anyway, so right now, and I can't believe that Frontier Airlines didn't tell me that they canceled the flight. Can someone help me out? Isn't the airline supposed to send you an email or a letter or call you and say, hey, by the way, we see you got 4 flights booked here on the 28th, but those are done?
Maybe they sent an email to like your old email address that you never use.
No, that's not what it is. So now this is the pickle I'm in. My buddy's pressuring me. He says, dude, you got to get it done. Who cares? It's only money. You can't die with it.
Only money.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly. This is a rich guy. I mean, he's an attorney, probably making $1 million a year.
Well, it's a $700 difference per ticket, basically.
That's a big difference.
Oh, yeah, it is.
That's a huge difference.
$700 overall would be a big difference.
I can handle
that. $700 per ticket. You're talking $2,800, the difference.
Yeah.
Basically a $3,000 difference. If you have advice for Lurch, You can call us at 800-636-1067. My advice would be to look into other trips.
Breaking news.
Pete on Sports
breaking
wants to
news.
chime in.
Pete on Sports.
Are
Breaking
you
news.
willing to leave on December the 29th, Monday?
Yes. What time?
12:35 in the afternoon. You get to the Bahamas at 3:25.
Okay.
$202.
No.
What?
Where'd
I'm
you
looking
fi-
right at it.
All right, hold on. What's the return? You got to go to return. The return flight's probably
what day are you coming back?
$900.
No. I just
January
put in,
4th.
Okay, I put in January 3rd.
That's fine.
Return flight, $495.
So it's $695
Yeah.
total.
Yeah.
Where'd you find that?
I'm looking at a major airline right here in front of me.
All right. Well, let's talk. Can you tell me what the airline is?
Their colors are orange and blue.
You got Florida, University of Florida Airlines. All right, let's talk. I missed that one.
Yeah.
Unless that's like a new deal. See, sometimes you'll get lucky if you keep checking every day. You'll get lucky and they'll drop the rate. But the cheapest flight I saw was $1,100 per. And
Turns out Jason just looked for 1 minute online.
Oh, you're kidding me! I was on the computer all day, all weekend. And don't call me a squeaker, by
Hard
the way.
knock life for Lurch over there.
All right. Well, if that's the case, then I'm all in on that flight. Where's that flying out of?
Pete finds a flight in like
BWI.
10 seconds.
That kind of hurts. I got to go to Baltimore for it, but
For $202 to the Bahamas instead of $1,100?
well, it's not 200. It's you got to return. What am I going to do? Stay down there and live there?
You probably would if you could get away with
It's
it.
essentially $700 with all the fees.
By the way,
and
this is how
taxes.
Lurch rolls. I'm not making this up, but you can kind of tell the listeners. How do you usually go to Dulles Airport on your trips to the Bahamas? From
To
your house, which you live 10 to 15 minutes away from Dulles Airport,
Well, I have
how do you drive?
Chariots for hire.
He gets a limo every time.
I don't get a limo. I just get a car. I don't want to leave my car there
Why not?
because you're paying.
Most people do. You
You're
just pay
paying
it
money. You're paying money daily for daily parking. That's stupid. If I didn't do that, I would just take a cab. But you got to go in style. You got to go to the airport in style. Valdez, I don't know how Pete on Sports found that because I've been looking for the last 72 hours.
Well, what Pete did is he probably looked at the the one-way tickets. And
He
it's
just
always
said that.
Yeah, and it's always cheaper to fly out of BWI.
Yeah.
Because it's nubbier.
Okay.
Let's go to Woodbridge. Mike, what's going on?
Mike.
Mike, you're on with the Junkies. Guess not. Let's go to Chuck in Bethesda. Says he works for an airline. Hey, Chuck.
Hey, here's what you need to do.
Yeah.
Keep mentioning what Frontier did. I
Yeah.
guarantee you they will beat themselves to your doorstep to give you tickets and find your way out of it. Just keep dropping their name.
But I think that they canceled all the flights.
What
They'll
he's saying
find a
is
way. They'll do something with another
you're a
airline.
PR nightmare for Frontier Airlines, Lurch.
Well, that's what they did.
Absolute. Just keep bombing. I guarantee you their phone boards will light up.
Hey, let me ask you
Drop
this.
bombs on Frontier.
Let me ask you this. Is it standard protocol if you cancel flights not to let the customer know?
It's standard protocol that they have to let the customer know.
Oh, okay.
That is so low budget, so skank.
Yeah.
Okay, especially for a family holiday.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to show up at the airport thinking I had Frontier Airlines tickets and there'd be nothing there.
Well, at least they
That would've
gave you your
been
money
amazing.
back.
Empty gate.
At least they gave you your money back.
Well, they have to do that.
Like, what if you had to work to get your money back?
Well, that would be a problem. And I could get a lawyer involved.
Let's go to Dumfries. Aaron, you're on with the Junkies. What's up?
Hey, Lurch, this is Aaron. Just letting you know, I did read an article about changing your location on where you're purchasing it from. They charge people in the United States more, but if you go to, like, the Bahamas, say that you're purchasing it from the Bahamas, it's potentially cheaper.
Hold on.
But how is he going to purchase it from the Bahamas? He's going to somehow log on to some computer that's in the Bahamas?
Yeah,
like,
how
how's
does
he
that
going to
work?
change his location?
So it's a really good question, but I just read this article on some,
It's a really good question. Do you have an answer for that question?
Yeah, you don't have the answer.
Well,
That's the
no,
problem.
maybe if you
No,
go
I
to,
don't have the answer, but you're supposed to be able to go onto any major airline and you change the location on the site of where it's being purchased from. You go to.
I
say,
wouldn't even know how
say
to
the
do that.
Bahamas.
I wouldn't even.
Yeah,
I mean,
Jason barely knows how to turn on his computer.
I mean, if I'm on orbits in my house, how do I
Right.
how do I make them think that I'm in the Bahamas?
You have to go to
can't.
the airline.
Yeah.
To go to the airline and
And
whatever
lied
airline
them.
fly in there. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right. I mean, I'm sorry. That's just,
So then they're
that's
going to
too
ask you
confusing
for
to
your
me.
identification, and they're going to ask for all your info, and it's going to say you're from Ashburn, Virginia.
Now, I just didn't think about just punching in the one-way tickets. I was always doing the round trip. Have you ever done that?
Of course I have.
Well, hold on a second. So you're telling me that if you're going to, like, say, Florida.
Most often I follow your path, but there have been times when I've punched in one way just to see what's going on.
Yeah, I've never done
and
that.
I always change the dates, like you said.
Well, I've changed the dates. I just didn't think to go one way, 2 different times. I didn't think I would get a cheaper deal that way.
But there's no way
On
you
University
should
of
pay.
Florida Airlines.
There's no way you should pay $1,000 for a trip to the Bahamas. You're not flying to the Greek islands.
I know, but here's the problem. I'm getting pressured by Dickhead Mooney, and he doesn't care about my financial status. He wants me to go.
Well, if he says it's just money, if he says it's just money, tell him to put his money where his mouth is
chop it
and
with
say,
me.
well, then why don't you buy my tickets?
Well, you can chop it. You can pay half. Rich bastard.
Struggling.
I just couldn't believe that they canceled a flight on me, and I was SOL. But thank you to Pete on Sports. If this works, I still have to go and check
If
the
it
website.
works.
Yeah, because there's probably some fine print. I probably got to stay overnight, like in I don't know, Topeka, Kansas, or something.
Talk some college football. Chris Doering is going to join us coming at 9:20. Former Redskin, one of the greatest college football receivers during his days at the University of Florida. He'll join us at 9:20. We talk some college football with him. Lorenzo Alexander, former Redskin, now with Arizona Cardinals, join us at 9:40 on The Fan.